What's up, YouTube fans? Today, we're going to take a look at the Takara Tomy Transformers Masterpiece Trailbreaker. So this is the first masterpiece from Takara in 2023. It's been a while since we got the last one, but decided to take a look. We did get a whole bunch of third-party options, so this is kind of the last one. We've gotten X-Transbots and Mastermind Creations, and most recently Fans Toys. I will be doing a versus with the Fans Toys later, not in this video, so stay tuned for that. But here is the vehicle mode. It's actually pretty nice looking. It's fully painted in this gray paint all the way around. Nice chrome bumper here and grille. You got translucent headlights there. Fog lights, or I guess signal markers here. Painted silver rims with black plastic tires. Door handle, you got the classic 3 stripes here. The rear taillights are painted red, and then it says Toyota. It's officially licensed by Toyota. I believe this is a Toyota Hilux, which I think is a Japanese vehicle. But it looks pretty good overall. You can see through the windows. There is some junk in there, but it's alright. You get a nice Autobot Tampa logo there. And it's got some features here in the vehicle mode. So first of all, you can open the doors. So if you pull like this and then you pull backwards to open it, you can open it like that. Be careful with these doors. You don't want to break them. So you got to pull them out before you open them. And you can do that on both sides. And you can't actually get a figure in here. Now they suggest MP-54s, minifigures. I don't have MP-44 or the minifigures, but I have this guy from MP-10, which is a similar size to those. And if you take the door and you fold it down like this, that'll give you the most room to work. You get the feet in, the butt in, and then get the head in last. It will fit in there. And you fix the door back up. And it's kind of a weird door. You have to kind of push it in, but up at the same time, and then close it. And now you can ride around. You can put one on this side too. Honestly, I don't know if it's worth it because it's kind of a pain to get out of there. But there he is driving around in the car. You also have a feature here on the front. So if you push down on this grille, you can lift up here and open the hood, and you got some nice engine detail in there. Pretty cool. You can fold these mirrors in, so if you don't like the mirrors or the look of this, which is part of the transformation too, but you can fold those in. And you can also swap this grille. So getting into the accessories a little bit, here is the alternate grille. It's like a cartoon accurate, grille with the gray paint. You just pop this off, pop this one on, and then close the hood back up, slide this up, and now you have that cartoon accurate grille. I don't like this at all, but nice option, so you can have that more smooth cartoon look if you prefer to have it that way. You also get a few more things. So you get the radar dish. If you open up here, you just kind of put your finger on that little tab. That'll open up. This plastic is actually unpainted on the top so that they could have this moving part and it doesn't scratch up. Here's the radar dish, or they call it a parabolic antenna, which is the same as the radar dish. It plugs in there, and you can turn it on this. Pretty nice. It's done with a nice chrome. And you can drive around, of course. It does roll on these plastic tires. I do like rubber tires. I actually prefer them. It just feels a little more premium, but it does work fine with this. And one other accessory you get are these stickers, the sticker sheet. These black ones here are meant to go right here on the window. If you really want the cartoon look, you can cover up the back of the window to make it look like that. I don't really care, but that's an option if you want it. And then you get some other Autobot logos here. And I'm not even sure where they're supposed to go, but if you like that look, the black and white logo look, you can put those on too. And for some quick size comparisons, there it is next to the MP-10 Optimus Prime, the Masterpiece Smokescreen, and the Fans Toys version of Hoist. And you can see it's actually kind of a smaller truck. I don't know if it looks right with this guy. It seems a little small, but I don't know this vehicle that well. But the Fans Toys is a little bit bigger, so we're going to do a full comparison with the Fans Toys but just so you can get a frame of reference, there's how it fits in. Alright, now let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode. Relatively simple transformation for a Takara figure, but let's start off with the back. But I like to open up the doors too, just to get them up and out of the way. So pull this out, rotate this down, and then fold the glass in. Same on this side. Pull this out. And we are going to have to take Spike out of here. And like I mentioned earlier, it's really hard to get these guys out. So use a spudger or something. Take them out. You can't transform it with it. Fold it down and fold the door down. Come to the back here, you're going to release this right here is tabbed in, and you're going to come to the sides and release it from the sides as well. It's just tabbed in using these side panels. And once you get that side panel detached, the whole thing's going to open up. And you can fold all of this, just like the Fans Toys actually. The legs kind of fold out from the body, like this. Alright, so let's take care of the legs first, since they're right here and we can access them. Go ahead and fold the toes down. We're going to open up this wheel here, open up this panel here, slide the leg down. This wheel is going to flip to the inside and stow away. Pull up this panel right here. You put the foot down, and then fold the heel spur back. This can come down and go there, and then this can close up and tab into the back. So you should end up with something like that. Then you want to rotate here at the thigh. So the leg is actually, this is the back of his crotch. Alright, so we'll go a little faster this time since we just did it. Open up the foot, fold the tire out, open up this panel, slide this down, wheel goes inside, open up this piece here, fold the foot down, get your heel spur, fold this piece down, tab this in. Oh, actually this has to go first, and then tab this into that. So I did that backwards the other way. Then rotate the leg 180 degrees, and those legs are pretty much ready now. Go ahead and take these wheels. These are going to come to the inside and sit inside his torso. These doors are going to actually flip and end up over here. So they're going to have to come all the way to the inside, and they're just going to sit like that. They become part of his abs, and that's just how this works. So they're going to end up sitting like this. These are going to go over the top here when we're done. So make sure they fit outside the tires and they can rotate. Come to the inside here. We're going to get these arms out. So basically these are going to fold let's see, up and out. Make sure these weapons have not folded out. They should stay in the top of the truck. All right, so fold these out. If you have those folded away, it'll be a lot easier. And then straighten up the shoulders. Come to this side here, we're going to pop this head out. So you can basically push up from here. And that will allow you to lift up this whole thing and then bring it right back down. And you can tab that back in. This entire piece here is going to come down. So we want to, so ever so slightly, just detach this. Then this is going to slide down into here. So you should end up with it all the way down to that slider. And we can tab this into here. So that kind of makes the connection for his back. Right. Now we'll take care of this backpack. So go ahead and open this up, untab it from here. These pieces are going to rotate into here. I'm not really sure why these are on a pin and they rotate. They don't need to for the transformation, so it's a little strange. But this is going to come down. I'm going to rotate these weapons out of here. Then you can lift up here, rotate all the way up. We're going to take this and collapse it into a single thing, and then rotate it this way so it's straight. On the other side, same thing, rotate the weapon or the force field generator out, straighten this up, and then straighten it back. So it should be like that. And now we can take care of this backpack. So for the backpack, you're going to come and rotate here. On both sides. You're going to take this back panel here, and this is going to come down. There's two tabs on the outside of this. They are translucent tabs, so make sure this goes under here, and then they tab these into here. So it should make kind of a cube, sort of cube, not quite a cube. Then this is going to come down. There's a peg right here and here, so that's going to peg into the backpack. So bring this all the way down. Get these out of the way. And we'll plug that in. So it should look something like this. I think this is meant to go back, but for cleanliness you can fold that up. So just straighten these up. Come to the front, we'll take care of these arms now. And let's see, his head popped up, so we'll put that back. It should be nice and flush, that panel. Like that. Come to the arms, we're going to slide these down. Open up this panel, rotate the hand. The hand can fall off, so if you're taking out a package, the hand might have fallen off in shipping. So don't worry about that. Same with this side, extend, open, fold this out. This also could fall off in shipping. And then rotate the elbow so you have the elbow on the front, and then pull down on the nozzle. And there we have Masterpiece Trailbreaker in his robot mode. And we'll take a quick 360. He looks pretty good from the front, but when you get to the side, it's just kind of weird. By the way, I forgot to mention, if you want to, you can slide this down. It doesn't really do too much, but it covers up a little bit there. But here's where things are kind of wacky. You can actually see right through the figure. Yeah, I don't know why they designed it that way. I forgot to mention, these might be down. You want them kind of straight. It's still not the prettiest, but at least it's straight across versus on an angle. When you first transform, it might be on an angle. So just straighten it up by pushing up on this door panel. Here's the back. Back is pretty clean overall. He does have some nice articulation, so the head can go up to there, down to there, side to side a little bit, and it can rotate all the way around. The weapons here can go up and down, so they're on a hinge, and they can go forward and backwards, so you can get them kind of set back or forward, whatever you prefer. I like that flexibility on those joints. Shoulders rotate all the way around. They'll go up on this ratchet joint down to there, and they have a butterfly joint, so you can get them in and out, so you can get it across his chest like that. You have a rotation at the elbow. Single joint at elbow, but it gets you past 90 degrees all the way up to there. You have a rotation at the wrist, in and out movement at the wrist. Like I mentioned earlier, this hand likes to come off when you have the panel open. So when you first open that, if it pops out, don't be too worried. The fingers, and yeah, see, that's what I meant. It just likes to pop off this joint. I don't really like how it works. It will hold it. As long as this panel is closed, it does hold it there. But as soon as you open it, it starts to release. The fingers are individually articulated, but the bottom three are together. So you can point, and the thumb is on that typical point, or typical hinge. So he can point. And for this one, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's like an accordion. It doesn't really stay firm. But it's fine. I just wish it was chromed all the way instead of this gray plastic underneath. And by the way, you can swap this out. We'll show you a little bit later for a hand just like this. You have a rotation at the waist. Ab crunch gets you down to there. The legs are on a rotating piece here, so you actually end up moving the hip skirt with the leg. So you get the leg a little bit further than the hip skirt, so you can get them up to there. Out to the side on friction, there's a hip skirt here. And then back, not much at all. It's just hindered by the back plate, so just that much back. Rotation at the thigh around a universal. Single to the knee gets you past 90 degrees, and there's a little bit of molded detail there. The legs and arms are pretty much 100% unpainted with the exception to this piece right here. All of this gray and gray is unpainted. For the legs, the hip skirts are unpainted, the thighs are unpainted, the knee and the red part is painted, but then the rest of this gray plastic is unpainted. It's a little bit unsightly, to be honest. It's kind of a non-premium, like compared to the chest and the head. Just the color and the overall look of this is kind of drab. But they did paint this silver here on the front, and that looks okay. Coming down to the ankles, you have an ankle tilt all the way up to there. It's on a double hinge, so you can bring it down, but it gets crazy articulation because of that. Toes, heel, forward, backward, side, everything you would need out of that. For the accessories, you can swap out this hand if you want, so open up this panel, and this will just lift up off of here, and we can put his regular hand on here. And like I mentioned, you gotta lock it in, otherwise it'll keep coming off, but there he has two hands if you prefer that look. Or you can take this off and get his weapon here. And I think most people will have one of the two weapons. That kind of makes the most sense to have. So that's pretty cool. With this one, you can use this blast effect here. Actually, you can use it with this too. Let's see. Yes, so you can use it with this as well, the nozzle. But this will work with this. So if you want to display it doing that, you can. Or you can put this here, and you can be blasting some Decepticons with that. For whatever reason, it's not showing up well on my camera, but he has that blast effect. And you also get some alternate face sculpts here, but here is the one that it comes with, just a regular stoic face. He's kind of smirking a little bit, but it's a little weird. So you're just going to pull straight forward. It's just tabbed in right there. And then you can slide the new face on. There's kind of a concerned, or I guess no, this is kind of a happier face. Not bad. And then here's kind of a yelling, concerned face. That one probably looks the best in my opinion, but he does, all of the faces have the painted gray with the metallic blue for the visor, and that does look good. And for size comparison, there it is next to the Masterpiece Blue Streak and the Transform Element Optimus Prime. And he fits in nicely with the Masterpiece scale. I like the height overall, but there you go. And for the comparison, I think people want to see, there it is next to the Fans Toys Outrider. I don't have the X-Transbots or the MMC version anymore. And we are going to do full verses on these, so I don't want to spend too much time. But you can see the proportions are definitely different, and the overall approach and transformation is different. But you can get a sense of the scale. He does seem a little bit skinnier overall than Fans Toys, but there you go. So final recommendations on the Takara Tomy Masterpiece Trailbreaker. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty good figure. It's got some nice articulation, some nice accessories with it. The vehicle mode is definitely the strength of this figure. It looks really good, and it's got some nice features and playability with it. Robot mode is a little awkward in terms of proportions and the overall sculpt. It just, the legs are a little bit skinny, at least for my taste, and the arms also. And I don't know, it just looks kind of funky, especially from the side. These holes, the one in the chest and the one in the upper body, it just looks really awkward. But from certain angles, it looks great. I mean, that's kind of a typical thing for a Takara anyway. It does work. The transformation's really fun and easy. It only took me one time to learn it, so that's something to be said. You know, Takara still has a mastery over transformations. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for my Versus video with Fans Toys so you can check that out and decide which direction you want to go with your collection. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.